I was supposed to be getting married next Saturday. I'm 32 years old, and until a few days ago, I thought I had it all figured out. But then Megan, my fiance, sat me down. We were in our small apartment, the wedding invitations still stuck on the fridge with magnets. She looked nervous, biting her nails like she used to when she was hiding something. "Megan, what's going on?" I asked. She looked down and said quietly, "I can't marry you, Jeremy. I still have feelings for Smith." Smith, her ex. The guy she told me was a mistake from her past. I couldn't speak at first. I just stared at her. She continued, "He reached out about a month ago. We've been talking, reconnecting. I didn't expect this to happen, but I realized I was settling." She used that word, settling. 4 years together. 2 years living under the same roof. I bought her dream ring, a $12,000 custom diamond. Her dress was paid for. My parents booked their flights. Everything was ready. And now this. Is he waiting for you right now? I asked. She nodded. He's been really supportive through this realization. Wow, supportive. She packed her bag that same night and said she'd stay with her sister. I didn't fight. I didn't yell. I just sat on the couch alone that night and cried. Then I saw the wedding invite on the fridge the next morning, and something changed in me. A switch flipped. 48 hours later, I called my best friend, Louis. She really chose that guy. He asked, stunned. Yeah, but I'm done crying. I've got a plan. First thing I did, took the ring to a trusted jeweler. He looked at it and offered $7,200. Not what I paid, but enough. Deal, I said, and walked out with cash. Then I started calling vendors, florist, caterer, venue. Some were kind, others reminded me of the non-refundable parts. Fine. I was cutting ties, one thread at a time. Then, she called. By the third day, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Megan. Voicemails. Texts. Jeremy, please call me back. Jeremy, we need to talk. Where's the ring? My mom was asking. Finally, I picked up. Hello, Megan. Oh my God, Jeremy. Why haven't you been answering me? I've been busy. What's so urgent? The ring, I was thinking, since the wedding isn't happening, maybe I should return it to you. Or, we could figure something out. I almost laughed. The ring's gone. What? Gone where? I sold it. 3 days ago. Long pause. You sold it. Without telling me. You ended the engagement. I bought the ring. I sold it. But, it was our ring. It meant something. To me, it meant commitment. You ended that. It's just a rock now. She started crying. Megan always cried when things didn't go her way. But that ring was expensive. Couldn't we have talked about it? Maybe I could have sold it or kept it for the memories. I sighed. Megan, what memories? You ran back to the guy you said was a mistake. You didn't think twice about me when you walked out. But, I feel like I should get something. We picked that ring together. You picked it out. I paid for it. And I just paid $3,000 in non-refundable deposits. So no, Megan, you're not getting a dime. She got mad then, said I was being spiteful. That Smith thinks I'm vindictive. Good to know Smith's keeping up, I said. This isn't the man I thought you were, Jeremy. I laughed. And you're not the woman I thought you were. So I guess we're even. She thought she could call off the wedding, run off with her ex, and still have some sort of claim on the ring. On the money. Nope. She made her choice. I just made mine. It's been 1 week since Megan flipped my entire life upside down. She chose her ex, Smith, just days before our wedding. Now she's trying to pretend like none of that happened, and that I'm the bad guy for moving on. Yesterday, she called again. After all her crying, accusing, and moral lectures, now she wanted to go over shared costs. Megan, text, we need to talk about fairness. Can you send me a list of what I owe for the wedding stuff? I don't want to be unreasonable. Unreasonable. That ship sailed when she bailed for Smith. But fine. I sent her this. Me text. Venue deposit non-refundable $8,000. Caterer cancellation fee, $2,500. Florist, $1,200 lost. Honeymoon package non-transferable $6,000. Total loss, $17,700. I've recovered $7,200 from the ring sale. That covered some of my expenses. She read it. No reply. 2 hours later, her mom called. Call from Judith, Megan's mom. Jeremy, dear, I just heard about the ring. Megan is heartbroken. Judith, Megan ended the engagement. The ring was mine to sell. Yes, technically, but it was a symbol of love. She's devastated. I stayed calm. So am I. But I'm also $10,000 in the hole. Then came the real reason for her call. Well, Russell and I have also lost quite a bit. My dress was tailored. His suit was custom. We paid for the rehearsal dinner. Around $1,500 in all. Since you sold the ring, we thought maybe you could help us recover it. I blinked. Judith, your daughter dumped me for her ex a week before our wedding. And you want me to cover your family's costs. It's traditional, she insisted, voice tight. The groom's side usually. Is it traditional for the bride to walk out and expect the jilted groom to pay for her parents' clothing? I snapped. She went quiet. Then came the guilt trip. We thought of you like a son. This is cruel, Jeremy. Smith said. There it is, I cut her off. Tell Smith to keep his opinions to himself. Megan and her new man can figure out how to pay for the damage she caused. I'm out. I ended the call. Later that night, email from Megan. Subject. We need to be fair. Jeremy, Mom told me everything. I'm incredibly hurt. You didn't just take money from the ring, you took away respect. Selling it without asking was a slap in the face. And now refusing to help Mom and Dad. They spent over $2,900 on our wedding. Randy said if roles were reversed, he'd feel obligated to cover that. He says you should be the bigger person. Here's the breakdown. Mom's alterations, $750. Dad's suit, $500. Rehearsal dinner, $1,500. Dress preservation kit, $200. Bridesmaid gifts, my half, $200. Total, $2,950. You got $7,200 for our ring. Be fair, deduct the $2,950 from that. Either send me the $4,250 or just pay my parents directly. I'm not trying to fight. I'm emotionally traumatized too. She actually wrote emotionally traumatized. This, from the woman who ran back to her ex in the middle of final fittings and RSVP counts. Who left me sitting alone with wedding bills and a honeymoon booked. I didn't reply. I just opened my spreadsheet and kept updating my losses. Venue, $8,000 gone. Catering, $2,500. Florist, $1,200. Honeymoon, $6,000. Ring sold, plus $7,200. Still in the red, $10,500. But sure, I'll send you $4,250, Megan, so you and Smith can throw a barbecue in his backyard and cry about how mean I am. The math didn't lie. Caterer deposit $2,500 lost. Florist deposit, $800 gone. Photographer deposit, $750. My custom suit, $900. Groomsmen gifts, $350. Megan's dress deposit paid by me $1,000. My share of the honeymoon $3,000. Total losses before the ring sale, $18,300. After that $7,200 from selling the ring. Still out $11,100. I kept it simple and replied. Me text. Megan, my financial losses due to your decision currently stand at $11,100 after accounting for the ring sale. Apparently, my number was listed as the emergency contact. Hi, is this Jeremy? This is Sapphire Bridal. We're following up on final payment for Megan Albright's gown fitting. The remaining $2,500 is overdue. I paused, then gave them her updated number. Small, cold satisfaction. Out of nowhere, a text from Smith. Yeah, him. Smith. Hey Jeremy, Megan's really struggling. I get you're hurt, but this whole scorched earth thing, it's not cool. She's a good person. Made a tough call. No need to ruin her financially. I stared at my phone. Me. Smith, this isn't revenge. These are consequences. Megan called off a wedding that had thousands in non-refundable costs. That's not ruining someone. That's life. Smith. But the ring, that money was for her. Her family lost money too. Can't you just make this easier? Me. Ring was conditional on a marriage. No marriage, no ring. Proceeds covered my losses. Her parents' expenses are between them and Megan. Don't contact me again, Smith. Wow, Megan deserves better. Me. She made her choice. Apparently, you're it. Good luck. Blocked him. I'd been carefully untangling myself from every vendor. Most were clear. My deposits were gone. Megan tried calling them behind my back. Photographer, Philip, a solid guy, told me Megan called asking if she and Smith could use our deposit for a small commitment shoot. He politely told her, original contract voided, new booking means new contract and fresh deposit. She accused him of being unprofessional. Said he was choosing sides. Philip replied, I'm loyal to signed contracts, not broken engagements. Venue. I'd paid the $8,000. Megan tried calling too. Megan to the venue. Jeremy cancelled, not me. Can I apply the deposit to a smaller ceremony with fewer guests? Venue manager. Deposit was under his name. Wedding was declared cancelled. It's forfeited. Smith tried calling them too. Wanted compassion. They were told the same thing. Pay and book like everyone else. The bridal shop kept calling Megan for the $2,500 balance. I'd already paid the deposit. Her part was due. She refused. Word got back to me through a mutual friend. A collection letter had been sent to her old address. The one we shared. It came in the mail last week. The envelope was sealed, addressed to Megan. I scrawled across it, no longer at this address. Return to sender. Dropped it right back in the post. Felt good. The honeymoon offer. Then, this text from an unknown number, definitely Megan's burner line. Megan. Jeremy, I know we're not good. But the honeymoon is already paid. The least you can do is let me and Smith use it. Otherwise it's just wasted. Think of it as an olive branch. Let's all just move on. An olive branch. For walking out on me days before the wedding. Me. It's non-transferable. It's in my name. I'll be going. Have a nice life. Final straw. The voicemail. Last night, her new number called again. I didn't answer. But the voicemail, her voice cracked, crying for real this time. Jeremy, please. I don't know what to do. The dress shop sent a letter, they're going to ruin my credit. This is turning into a nightmare. I didn't think it would get this bad. I sat in the dark, phone in hand. Couldn't even feel angry anymore. This wasn't revenge. It was reality. Hey everyone. It's been 6 months since D-Day. 6 months since Megan sat me down and told me she was still in love with Smith, her ex, just days before our wedding. Life now. Completely different. And honestly, better. Let me tell you how it all played out. After the fallout, Megan's parents were furious, not at her, but at me, for ruining the rehearsal dinner and embarrassing them by not helping with the costs. I kid you not. Meanwhile, Smith was trying to be the hero. Texted me again, telling me I was the one being vindictive. You could have cushioned the blow, man. Just help a little, for old time's sake. Old times. When Megan was planning our wedding while sneaking off to reconnect with him. Yeah, no thanks. I deleted his message and didn't look back. The $7,200 ring money. Gone. Swallowed by vendor cancellations and deposits. I was still out almost $11,000, but I chalked it up to the cost of a life lesson. And I learned. 6 months later, I took the honeymoon anyway. Louis came with me. We toasted to fresh starts, drank obnoxiously large margaritas and got sunburned like kids. We laughed more than I had in months. We never even said Megan's name. It was a vacation for the soul. Megan and Smith. Word got around. The fairy tale didn't quite play out. The bridal shop didn't forget that $2,500 balance. They pursued the debt hard. Megan had a meltdown when she realized they'd report her. Her parents refused to bail her out, finally. Smith didn't want to pay either. Apparently, he wasn't thrilled about dropping that much money on a dress she picked to marry me. Megan ended up getting a part-time job just to pay it off in installments. I heard about it from someone who still talks to her cousin. She and Smith still live together. Tiny apartment. Talk of a small commitment ceremony. But it never happened. The fairy tale stalled somewhere between the debt collectors and their rocky fights about money. Social circle. Mutual friends distanced themselves. Some outright told me they sided with me. Others just drifted away from her. Megan blamed me for poisoning everyone. You turned people against me, she texted once. But no, she did that. I didn't have to say a word. Even Smith's halo slipped. The supportive rock she bragged about. He turned into a stressed out guy complaining about everything, especially her. Who could have guessed? One last moment of petty peace. I bumped into Judith, Megan's mom, at a grocery store a few weeks back. She saw me from across the aisle. Her eyes went wide, and she darted into the cleaning supplies section like she saw a ghost. I won't lie, I smiled. Petty, maybe, but I've earned that moment. Where I am now, I moved to a different part of town. New apartment, clean break. The money I lost, it stings less now. I've made peace with it. What I really bought was freedom and clarity. I'm focusing on my work, getting back into the gym, spending time with friends. Dating, not yet, but I'm open to it now. This didn't make me bitter. It made me more discerning. I know my worth now. I still have the itemized list I sent to Megan. Sometimes I look at it, not out of anger, but as a reminder. A reminder that I stood up for myself. I didn't scream. I didn't lash out. I stayed calm, and I didn't let anyone treat me like a doormat. There was no dramatic confrontation. No big movie scene. People like Megan and her family rarely have epiphanies. They just find someone else to blame when the consequences catch up. She's out there telling people I was emotionally unavailable. That's why she sought comfort. Revisionist history. I don't let it bother me anymore. The truth is, the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's building a better life, a quieter one, without drama, and letting people face the holes they dug themselves. My job. Stop handing them the ladder I paid for. Thank you. If you've followed this journey, thank you. Really. Sharing this has helped me move on more than I expected. If you found this story meaningful or relatable, please support the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps so much more than you know. Until next time, stay strong, choose peace, and never forget your worth.